They performed offensively that day, guys. They really had no chance.
Yeah, and the frustration just mounted. You could see it as they continued to come up empty. And by the end, they were really just happy to get out of there and have the game be over.
Here's Schroeder. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Roy Hibbert has now mastered what he calls, quote, the straight up. He once saw Dwight Howard in the finals jump and absorb contact without fouling. And Hibbert thought to himself, I've got to learn how to do that. In drills, his coach, Frank Vogel, made him defend 2 players at once without fouling. At first, he wanted to give up, but guys, that is how he perfected it.
He sure has. Coach Vogel making sure the refs honor it. Doris, thanks. Cephalosha misses. Here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run. There's a screen. Outside, George. It's back to Hill. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Schroeder dishes to Scott. And it's off from 3-point range. Pacers leading by 3. And George kicks to Watson. The shot no good. Great D that time from Brand. And just over 3.5 minutes play here in the second quarter. Scott. And he hits it to tie the game up. Scott's got 6 here in this quarter.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Time called here in the end of the second. Talk it over.
Elton Brand always deceptive with his wingspan. Standing 6'9", he's a quality defender at the center position thanks to his 9'2" standing reach.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Indiana also making some changes. Hibbert comes in for Mahinmi. And West subs in for Luis Scola.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Outside Millsap. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists tonight. And for Brand defensively, Clark a wide frame, and he catches shooters off guard with those long arms.
And you know, he's still a good rebounder and shot maker from mid-range, Kevin. He's no longer the all-star post threat of his younger days, but he's still contributing as a nice role player.
Millsap a screen on Hill. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Last season, there were a handful of teams jockeying for that final playoff spot in the East, and the Hawks were right there in the middle of it and ended up snagging the 8th seed and then scared the Pacers in round 1.
And although the Hawks would end up being the only sub-500 team to make the playoffs, they put on quite a show when they got there.
Well, Atlanta was able to push Indiana to 7 games before falling out of the playoffs. Certainly proved they deserve to be there.
And they did it without being at full strength, Kevin. I mean, Al Horford was out most of the season with that.
Oh, man, what a play. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here. Guys, this is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 4 this quarter.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
And here's Watson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
And that one's good.
And these defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been 3-pointers.
And George kicks to Hill. Watson, the pass to Hibbert. Puts up the baby hook. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Roy Hibbert really an all-around contributor at the center position. An elite rim protector who can pass, post up, and even knock a shot down from the high post. He really does a lot of things to help you win.
He hits both from the stripe. And Hibbert with with a nice soft touch on that hook shot. With his height, you're not going to block that one.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's got a really nice touch. One of the better free throw shooters among big men in the league as well.
Millsap sets the pick for Teague.
2 minutes.
1:58 left here in the second. There's the feed to Carroll. There's the triple. They get the rebound. And there's the foul. It's on C.J. Watson.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
Millsap a screen. The three from Korver. It's hauled in by George. George has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Hill with it. Picked up by Teague. Indiana moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Horford with the block. And he's able to get it back. And the call will be against Al Horford. And Indiana making a change here. Stuckey's checked in. And stolen by Horford. And now Horford pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And here are the Pacers now. It's stolen by Teague. Dumped by Horford.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Hill dishes to George. To the left side wing. Hibbert kicks to Hill. And the layup is good.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Paul George with the steal. For the finish. And he slams it one-handed.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. Some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
Right side George. And again, it's Indiana.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And the...
Well, Roy, plenty of...
Ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
George having a fantastic game. He's got 27 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
A lot of pressure and expectation last year for the Pacers in the playoffs. No longer were they an underdog or a feel-good story. They were expected to make a deep run.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for West. And they would return to the Eastern Conference Finals after some scares for them in the early rounds. You saw it, but Clark, once again, they could not beat the Heat.
And the difference there, Kevin, was the mentality and fortitude of the Heat. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in. I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. An up-and-down season for the Pacers in 2013-2014. Hot out of the gates, they faltered down the stretch amidst some finger-pointing and accusations of selfishness. The ball seemed to stick, and their offense bogged down. David West said, at times, we play a bad brand of basketball. Guys, we'll see if they can get back on track.
Their defense is top-notch, Doris. Offensively, that's where they have to improve. Ahead. Here's Hill. The shot is off. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for them.
Teague for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Clark, going back to the Pacers offense, how do they make that improvement?
Well, you know, as we saw it back in the finals, Kevin, great passing is the key to outstanding offense, whether it's bringing in more playmaking or making it a focus. They've got to find a way to get the ball moving, and I really think it comes back to guys being willing to get rid of the ball quickly and know that it'll find them if they get over again.
Yeah, that one's good.
You know, the more these three-pointers continue to drop, the more you can sense the frustration coming from this defense.
No question, no matter what they've thrown at them, they've not been able to take that shot away.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Teague on the double team. Nobody near George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 33 points for Paul George.
That's really set them apart today, guys. That success from the mid-range.
Well, these are two teams that clearly you've seen the difference in offensive philosophies here.
Hill against Teague. From outside the arc. Pacers with the rebound.
Not a good look at the hoop. They've got to do a better job offensively creating some space.
The Hawks trail by 4. And here's Korver from the arc. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. Horford the pass to Millsap. Now the Pacers moving it up. Hill leading the charge. Here's West. Here's Hibbert. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Takes a 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
And it's slammed in by Teague. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
He's all alone, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the skill and trigger the fast break.
Wow, now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
It's back to Hill. Passes it to George. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Some changes for Indiana. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. And it's Watson in for George Hill. Pass to Stuckey. 6 to shoot. Blocked. But he stays with it. Second shot opportunity. Here's Scola. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside. Now, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit into Suns' plans anyway. They gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward. I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Here's Teague. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Luis Scola.
The Atlanta Hawks with relatively new leadership in the front office and going in more of an analytic direction. Head coach Mike Budenholzer from his time in San Antonio certainly well-versed in that approach as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Eldon Brand's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Damari Carroll. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Kyle Korver. outside Teague. Up off the screen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic.